feel nice to be here.
Yeah, it does feel nice to be here today.
That was a really important win for your team. I mean, it gets you right back into the mix of things in the playoffs. Did you see it that way?
Yeah, we knew today was going to be important with these two games, so I'm glad we got to, get 2 wins on the board today.
What was there any discussion between the team over the last couple of days? I mean, it looked like that there was, I wouldn't call it a trend, but there were some big ends scored by your team, and then it let up later on in the game.
Yeah, I think I joked with the girls, even when we were up against Lori. I'm like, okay, we're up. We have to hold it there now, even though we were up 7. But we really struggled with the ice, honestly, in the first 2 games. I struggled to put the broom down in the right spot, and that really ended up with us being on the wrong side of the inch. A couple of those big shots early on, and we seemed to figure it out today. Yeah.
What was your mindset after losing the first 2 games? Were you down, or did you say, hey, we should come back?
No, I think we knew those first 2 games would be tough. Like, we're playing Caitlin Laws and Robin Silbernagel, so we knew they were going to be close games, and we played them really, really tight. So we knew if we just changed a couple of those shots, we could maybe be in the plus column coming into today.
What's your expectation this week?
Yeah, I think just one shot at a time, try to get a couple more wins on the board, and see if we can have a shot at playoffs. Yeah.
What about that 6? You got me surprised. A 6 at this level of competition.
Yeah, Lori struggled on that one, but we really capitalized, and it felt good. Yeah, we scored 4 a couple times and let the game get away from us, so we knew that wasn't the game for sure, but yeah, it was wild.
How do you summarize this experience for you so far? You've worked really hard to get to this point to wear those colors.
Yeah, no, it's been amazing. The fans have been great. We have a bunch of fans that came from Alberta, so it's just been good to be under the big lights, honestly.
Bit of a comeback in this one. Would you call it a slow start, or how would you kind of classify that?
A little bit. I think we just took a while to figure out the ice. It was definitely different tonight, quite a bit more frost, and took a while to break in pass, and once you did, it was super fast. So just figuring out the adjustments rock to rock were challenging, and we definitely got a good handle on that towards the end of the game.
You look at the context of that win, it's really important against a team that was 3-1 and right on your coattails. Does give you a little bit of breathing room now?
I don't think we would ever classify ourselves in a spot where there's breathing room. I mean, everybody's gunning for us. So we have to come out strong every single game, and we just want to keep on climbing the leaderboard.
Lone undefeated team right now, though. I mean, that's got to feel good, and I think that's got to be the expectations for this team as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think part of what makes our team great is we're able to really grind through wins and enjoy our time out there, but also we're looking to just gain momentum as we go. So going undefeated is a great way to do that. Dropping a game is not going to hurt us in the long run, but we definitely would prefer to not do that.
How important is the familiarity amongst this unit, having played with each other over the past 4 years and seeing all these changes in the field this year?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, when I think back to our first year together and just learning about each other and our throws and just, developing relationships off the ice as well and getting comfortable with each other, it took a lot of time. And to be, 5 seasons in at this point, I think we're all feeling really comfortable. We're all really enjoying each other and the game. So, it's huge for us to have stayed together.
I think were expecting a pretty tough game from a team that just seemed to be getting better and better. How important was that win for you?
That was huge. We knew that we've kind of been in that position too, just not being on the right side of the inch for a little bit of time for the start of the event, but we knew that they would come out strong. They're a really good team, so we just wanted to sharpen up a little bit and see what happens.
What's been working for you this week? It seems like sometimes the team takes a bit to really hit its peak, but it looks like you guys all just came in firing.
Yes and no. It kind of feels like it's a little bit tricky out there. It's a grind. Thankfully, we've been on the winning side of it a lot of the time. We're still not playing our best, which is exciting because I think the best is still yet to come for us, but I think if we just keep trending in the right direction, that we'll have a good week.
You say it's tricky out there, ice conditions because of the rain and whatnot?
Yeah, it's just like even open hits right now, you see it across the sheets, even when you're watching the feature games and any game really, it's just no shot is easy out there, so it's a mental grind.
Overall, though, do you feel like you're at the position that you had expected at this point of the week?
Yeah, we knew that we had a really heavy start to the schedule. We knew that we wanted to at least, I remember when we finished our first 4 games, or our first 3, we wanted to at least be 2-1. So now that we are, 4-1? 4-1. Yeah, I mean, we couldn't ask for much better than that, really. So I think just as long as we keep up our play and just kind of bring that into the end of the week.
Grinding through a really competitive and tough pool, right? I mean, you look at so many of those teams and everyone's clamoring for these last 3 spots.
Oh, for sure. I know it's tough, and only having 9 teams per pool, and only 3 teams make it. Every game matters, and like someone said at the beginning of the week, there was going to be hardly any blowouts this week. It was going to be all really close games because there's so many good teams here. So
And you get a mental break now.
yes, it's nice. We're going to go have a drink at the patch and celebrate.
And I think the bounce back victory was super important. You didn't have a lot of time to stew, and I think sometimes that's good in a situation like that. What were your thoughts on just bouncing back there?
Yeah, like we played pretty well. Like this morning's game, like we had control early and kind of let it slip away a little bit. They made some nice shots, and we just didn't take advantage of some opportunities. And so that's going to happen sometimes, but it's a long round robin, and we just knew that we had to come out sharp tonight and try to bounce back the best we can. And yeah, we played pretty well. They played pretty well, and we managed to pull off the win.
They did play pretty well. I mean, you wouldn't know you want to probably talk about your performance in it,
Yeah.
but it's hard to be ignored and how well they kind of kept up the pace there.
Yeah, well, we knew it was going to be a good game, obviously, with the score of their game, the draw earlier. They beat a really good team, so we knew they're playing well. And, they made a lot of shots, and we just tried to stay tough. And it's definitely a little challenging out there with the frost, so there's a few unknowns sometimes, but we're trying to manage it the best we can and throw our rocks the best we can and hope for that we're just on the right side of the win on those.
Most teams I've talked to say they're not quite at expectations or where they think they need to be at for the week. Is that what you would say for your team as well?
Yeah,
or?
I would say that's like with everyone, just with the ice conditions changing a little bit. It's when there's weather outside, there's not much anyone can do. It's frost, and frost creates unknowns out there, and so there's some unexpected results sometimes, and that can cause a lack of confidence. So I think we're just trying to learn from every shot, and I mean, if it's going to be frosty all week, it's going to be frosty all week, and we're all going to miss some shots out there, and that's just going to be what it is. But hopefully the weather just gets a little less humid. But if not, I mean, it's an even playing surface for everyone.